Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome in. I am your girl, Miss T with the T, when we got Jags up in here, J3GS Farms. And today we're supposed to be talking with Black Tropical Homestead. They are a big help in our community. They do a lot of creating from scratch. They are a big help. They do a lot of creating and making things in their own home. So they are backstage now, James. We came on right on time.
My Renaissance grandma, how you doing? Calkin,
Cali King.
Cali King,
Yeah.
916, how you doing? Miss Kirkland, how you doing?
Yeah. So without further ado, and fart and pain. Without further ado, I want to introduce to everybody Black's Tropical Homestead. Good morning.
Hello, Sherry, how you doing?
Good morning. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
I bet the
My fan,
weather is wonderful over there.
my fan not too loud, is it?
No.
Okay, good. Good morning, soil brothers and soil sisters.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. Moving right along, trying to get things done before the heat, of course.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean before Bobby get home?
Well, Bobby will be home soon, but I try to beat the heat with checking the plants for the first time, feeding all the animals, making sure everybody got water, all that good stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant before Bobby get home, but you mean the real heat. I
You talking about
understand.
some other kind of heat. You talking about
Yeah. I have work to do. I am a homesteading housewife, but I still have jobs. So I got to get up and get on my job so I don't put myself behind because I got a lot of cooking today. So
I'm gonna have to introduce somebody to you.
Uh-oh.
To me,
Yeah, so she can take up them standards right there, them homesteading standards.
Don't be sleeping on the couch tonight now. Don't be talking crazy now.
I'm the king in this house.
Okay.
That's right. You should be anyway. You should be.
Well, thank you again for coming on here. Can you tell us, for people who may not know about yourself and your channel?
So I am Sherry Black, 50% of Black Tropical Homestead. We are 1 acre suburban homesteaders. We homestead, well, we grow and raise majority of our food on our 1 acre suburban property.
And you say you got animals? What kind of animals you got?
We do. We have right now. We have quail, chicken, rabbits, and dogs. We the quail and rabbit are our main source of meat. Well, the rabbit is our main source of meat, but we also have quail as a source of meat, and we raise chickens for eggs, and we have raised pigs for meat. But we like 2 pigs can last us a long time.
Now, did you grow up like? Okay, for people who don't know, she's a homesteader. She can make just about anything from scratch. Anything, I tell you. Did you grow up in this lifestyle, or like, did you just learn it? How did you?
So we didn't grow up, on a farm or homesteading per se. My mom, I watched my mom do this, cooking, serving my dad and her 6 children, which are me and my brothers. I have 5 older brothers. I'm the baby and the only girl. So mom basically led by example. She didn't say, hey, come in here and watch me cook, or this is what you need to do by serving your dad or serving your brothers. I just watched her do this. The gardening part, no, we don't really fool with bugs and spiders and things. My family doesn't. So we didn't really, I don't remember gardening at all growing up, or seeing my mom garden, but I found a love of gardening through Bobby, which Bobby's mom grow plants and she loved the garden. So he took up a lot of this from watching his mom. So, to us, just to see somebody doing things, this is why you lead by example and not have to sit and say, hey, your job is to do this, that, and the third. Just watching our parents growing up taught us, what life should be. And he introduced me to the gardening part. So
Okay. So as you know, like I'm kind of newish, kind of. Like how was your first, like when he introduced you to kind of the lifestyle gardening, and what was your reaction at first?
well, my first big thing I got into was dragon fruit. During the pandemic, I started following a bunch of dragon fruit groups on Facebook and meeting a lot of people, and they would send us dragon fruit. We ended up with, I think, about 28 variety of dragon fruit. That was my addiction to. I love the way these plants look. The flowers were beautiful, and I wanted to grow them. So that was during the pandemic. Of course, we were home. We had our friend living with us. She was 107. So that gave us a lot to do right here at home, learning how to care for these dragon fruit. And once she passed away, um, Bobby told me he didn't want me going back into the hospital or nursing home because, of course, it's just too dangerous. And we made him enough money, with him working, and I could stay home and take care of the house. So that's what we decided to do. Now, I decided, let me get out here in the garden with him a little bit more so I can learn things other than just growing tropical fruit because that's all I cared about. And I learned how to grow things. I think it was right at fall or something. Our first big garden was our brassicas, and yeah, I was terrified, but I just kind of, if I saw a frog in the garden one day while I was trying to plant broccoli, and it freaked me out, but I came in the house. I just stayed in the house all day, and then the next day I tried again. So in my mind, to don't be afraid of your fear, just you're afraid. So I came in, I got over it, and I went back out. But I still do the same thing. I don't make myself so freaked out to where I won't come back out here. But I understand, these creatures have their job. I just want them to stay out my way.
And that's the hardest part.
Yeah, yeah.
So did Bobby's family, did they teach you like how to make, like, okay, when I first found you guys' channel, I can't remember how. I think somebody referred me, and I was like, go over there and hang out with Black's Tropical. I was like, okay. And I kept seeing all these big, what are the banana
Banana plants.
Yeah, you guys, what all do you have in there now in your garden?
So we have around 300 plants now. We have Ceylon cinnamon trees. We have mint, all different kind of mint. We got an orange mint, Moroccan mint, berry and cream mint, banana mint, chocolate mint, pineapple mint, and all these herbs. We have, I think, 3 or 4 varieties of guava, 14 varieties of bananas. Bobby has gone citrus crazy, so now we have lemon, satsuma, lime quartz, finger limes, sunflowers, comfrey, Jamaican cherry, Suriname. Then we have lychee, mango, but we also grow pineapple, things like potato, squash, tomatoes, pepper, um, plus a whole lot more. I'm just looking around.
Just everything.
Everything. We grow our own spices. Our food is our medicine. So we've learned that a lot of these things we can grow it and store it if we need it. But this is our medicine, and this is how you beat the system because they have total control of us if we don't grow our own.
Right.
Yeah. So I think this year I'm going to try to focus more on herbs versus like vegetables. So what kind of do you have any recommendations for me? Like a starter herb or something simple?
So a simple herb to grow is mint, and it's very beneficial, but it is very invasive. Let me see if I can turn this around right quick to show you one of my mint gardens right here. This is all mint.
Oh, wow.
Growing, and it's just all over the place, and it's spreading out, and it's on the ground. It's in the bed. It was in the bed. It just took over that whole area. But I have lemongrass over there also. But I think a good way to grow mint is in a pot like this. I just put banana mint in here this morning. That way you can contain it. and I'll let it grow out of here, and it'll grow and run, but I can contain it better from a pot versus putting it in a raised bed and it going crazy. But I think mint is fun to grow because it's the herbs are happy. They make you happy, you know, to smell a herb or taste the herb or be able to make your tea from these herbs. They make you happy just to smell it alone. So I think it's important to grow different herbs, but you definitely have to have a starter point. Rosemary is very easy. You can cook with it a lot. It's great for the brain. Um, you can make tons of things with different types of herbs, like the mint itself. You can make tea. Just drink the tea. You can make an antibiotic mouthwash. You can make toothpaste. You can make so many things. Deodorant, seasoning for your foods. But just it depends on what you. I say grow what you love. If you love rosemary or thyme or something, or mint, I would start with something I love. But if you grow mint, just definitely grow it in a pot and contain it.
Okay, now I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Don't tell nobody. But I think like watching your videos late, especially lately, like you making
Uh,
stuff from scratch and stuff. I think I might play around in the kitchen. I might
oh
play
Lord.
around. Don't
Shoo.
tell nobody. I told you
You
that.
should. I think playing around in the kitchen. Our first thing, we call it quitting the grocery store because they play with everything. They make everything unhealthy for us, and I think it's all just they all work together. You know, all these foods make us sick, and then we gotta pay big pharma to not even get us well, to just keep us good because they don't try to cure us. So if you grow or make your own food, you beating the system. So
Right.
something like bread, we consume a lot. People consume a lot of bread. You eating hamburgers, you eating hot dogs, a sausage. You want it in a hot dog bun. You fixing sandwiches. You want French toast. You know, always bread. I think bread is a good start because it is very simple.
Yes.
Most people make it look complicated, but it's not at all. You
Uh,
can make bread.
you see that little skinny girl on TikTok who she always making bread. I think she's Mormon or something like that.
I've
Anyway,
never seen.
oh, um, Jen almost homestead with Jen is like, is there a secret to growing rosemary?
Leave it alone.
That's it.
Rosemary don't like to be bothered. We don't water. Our rosemary been in a 5-gallon pot for 3 years. We don't water it. We don't fertilize it. We don't do anything to it. And I told Bobby this year, I said, I think we should at least give Rosemary some attention. Put her in another pot, give her some soil. But she's doing okay out there by the tub with us not watering her or touching her. So if you do too much to your mint,
Hmm.
you'll probably kill it. Um,
And
I would
you know, I believe that's one of the best things about a bunch of the herbs is leave them alone.
leave them alone.
See,
They
that's why I wanted to go into herbs.
they take care of themselves. Just leave it alone. When you think, oh, they need some water. No, they don't.
Yep, just leave it alone. They take care of themselves. In return, they take care of us.
Right.
All right, yeah. Lady Daggerstatus says learning to make bread was fun. It was a great skill to know. Uh,
Yes.
what is it, like 2 or 3 ingredients? You gotta knead it and set it aside and stuff. What's the basic steps?
So with bread, all you need is we use active yeast, dry active yeast, warm water, and sugar, or you can use honey. But you need something to activate your yeast. Once you
Mhm.
get so, what I do is I use 1 cup of um, warm water. You want your water about 100 degrees. I say, long as you're comfortable enough to stick your finger in it and it's good, about 100 degrees, 1 cup of warm water, 1 pack of yeast, and a tablespoon or 2 of sugar. It's up to you how much sugar you use. If you want it a little sweeter, use more sugar. Let that sit for 10 minutes. I cover it up, let it sit for 10 minutes. Then I come back, sprinkle a little salt. I drizzle a little bit of olive oil in it and about 3 cups of flour. Then I mix it, knead it for a few minutes. You don't have to knead it for 10 minutes, just a few minutes until it's smooth and bounce back a little bit. Put it in your bowl, grease it, and I stick mine in the oven until I think about it again.
So y'all, again, don't tell nobody. But once I
Oh,
get situated and stuff, in my look. I already got the plan. 6 to 8 months, I'll be down there. Guess who's gonna be one of the first people I collab with?
I'm writing this down, Miss T. I'm writing this down.
I'm like, I'm here. Teach me how to make bread. Teach me. I don't need to
So
go to
you
YouTube.
moving to Georgia?
Yeah, I want to move in that area, the Savannah area. I've been
Yeah,
looking at apartments and everything.
it's a beautiful area. I moved here 12 years ago, and now I'm like telling my family, y'all want to see me, y'all come here, because ain't nothing in Virginia.
Janet again said, "Do you grow your rosemary from seed?"
We did grow rosemary from seed. The thing with herbs, it's like once you buy a pack of seeds, it'll grow forever. You know, it's and a lot of things I like that. Once you initially get a pack of seeds or a seed, long as you save your seeds, it'll grow forever. But with herbs, we just leave it alone. I mean, we are subtropical, so it doesn't get terribly cold here. Um, Things will die back, but everything come back. The lemongrass from seed, most of everything we grow now is from seed, except fruit trees and banana plants. You need a pup. So
Hmm. Well, let's see. Oh, RLM earlier said that herbs will need water when they droop, and then thank you, Crooked Peach, because I just see everybody making bread, but I am more of a pasta person, and they said if you make bread, you can certainly make pasta.
pasta is very easy. All you need is egg and oil, and if you want salt, and you got pasta. And your flour, of course. But we use semolina flour, which is a better quality flour to make pasta. But now we've gotten to the point where we've been using squash as our pasta, so I have
Hmm.
to make pasta.
Okay. Miss Nutter said I need a tutorial. You're in the right place.
There you go, Netta. There you go, right
Okay.
there.
She goes live almost every day. Do you go live every day?
On Facebook, probably 5 days a week. So we are on most, I want to say most platforms. We go live a lot on Facebook. So all platforms are different, and you have to get a feel for each platform. Like I don't feel like YouTube, and it's different for all the creators, but I don't think YouTube really want to see us live every day, but they don't mind it a few times a week. Um, Facebook want to see you live every day, multiple times a day. Same thing with TikTok; they want to see you live all the time. We should go live more on Instagram than we do, but I don't really understand Instagram and TikTok yet. So our main focus is Facebook and YouTube, but we are live somewhere probably almost at least 5, 6 days a week.
Yeah, I was telling everybody yesterday when we was talking about all the platforms. I was like, you're not going to get the same result because all the platforms are different. It's different. You're doing the same thing, but it's like different people in each one.
Yeah, and people are platform specific, so you
Mm-hmm.
know only they if you tell people, hey, I'm going live on YouTube, so come over there because I'm not going to be live over here. They just won't see the live because they ain't gonna come, and that's just because they are platform specific. So
Right. Boo Boo says because of convenience, we as humans have given those big stores our health away, and we have the health right here in our hands.
yeah,
All right.
you know, the sad part about life now is most people have they call it mental illness, and they pay for a doctor to heal you from these mental issues. You know, therapy ain't cheap.
Mm.
This is the best therapy you can ever have, to be able to walk out, and if even it's your patio, no matter how small your garden is, this is the best therapy. These plants ain't gonna talk trash to you. They ain't
Mm-hmm.
gonna judge you. They, nothing. If they look sad, all they need is a little water and some attention. That's the best therapy you can have. But we have been conditioned to think that we need to go spend all this money um, for somebody to tell me that I need to take this medicine that ain't gonna do nothing for me but cause more issues later on down the road. So rather than that, let me grow my own food. Let me cure myself.
Right. It's not gonna heal you, but it's gonna make their pockets very happy.
Yeah, yeah. It'll never heal you. They don't design drugs to heal us. Big pharma ain't. They ain't in the business to heal. They in the business to make money.
Make money.
If they heal you, you can't make money. The best doctor you can ever find is yourself. Of course, God first. As long as you got Him in your life, you can heal anything. You gotta put some work in and find out what it is. These doctors treat you for everything, and all you need is something simple like water.
That's it.
Do you have an idea how to get rid of stink bugs? Sarah's Happy House says they're getting in the house and creeping her out.
I don't even know what a stink. I don't even know if I know what a stink bug look like. Honestly, I don't. These bugs, I'm just like, I know a lizard, a spider, a snake when I see it, but some of these bugs, I'm always like, what is that? So I'm not sure what a stink bug is, or if they. I don't know if they beneficial or if they. I'm assuming they stink, but I don't know.
Laura's Garden says she got her castor oil and magnesium flakes today, and she's putting it to use.
Yeah, so that's a lot of our issue. Bobby and I have done so much research in the last year or so, to where everything boiled down to chemicals and preservatives. They take all the good stuff out of our food, they spray it with all these chemicals so it won't grow or whatever, so it's shelf stable longer. All this stuff is hurting us. So the only way you know what you're eating is basically if you grow it or support a local farmer.
Right.
We have these plants can heal us. When I say we can come back from anything, we can come back from anything except death. We just gotta dedicate our lifestyle to cutting out the chemicals and preservatives. Of course, when you go to the doctor, they don't tell you you're deficient in magnesium because it's an easy fix. But they'll tell you, yeah, your magnesium, you need magnesium. They'll prescribe you these pills, and that's how they make money. Well, I'll tell you, I would buy what I would do, because I can't tell anybody what to do, and I'm not a doctor. But I'll tell you, I would just buy some magnesium flakes and make my own, because they're going to charge you for these pills, and these pills going to create another issue, because it'll say that it's only this, that, and the third in it, but how do we know? What else is in these pills? So if I can help you stay off pills and just spray yourself with magnesium, we can't eat enough. They stripped it from our foods, so you need that supplement, but you can make your own. I mean, you can make gallons of magnesium oil for $20 versus paying $30, $40 a month for a bottle of pills.
Mm-hmm. And when you take that blood test, 9 times out of 10, they're only going to tell you 1 or 2 things on there. But if you look at that list, you got about 50 subjects on there. They're only going to tell you about your high cholesterol, low cholesterol, your blood pressure and stuff like that. They don't explain the other stuff to you. And magnesium is also on that sheet too, and they don't never mention it.
Magnesium is the most important thing. Our kids are ADHD or hyperactive or whatever they want to call them. Spray some magnesium on them. Rub them down with some magnesium. You can't sleep? Magnesium. You got high blood pressure? Magnesium. You having menstrual issues or cramps, or it's magnesium. Most of us are deficient in magnesium. That can fix a lot of your problems without those pills. We need magnesium every day, so you have to use it every day. Consistency is key. If you use it every day, you probably will get rid of those spasms that you've been having for 20 years and don't even know why I keep cramping up. Spray yourself with some magnesium.
And she writes magnesium on the ground.
Now, my grandson, he's about 5'7", 5'8" now, and he talking about my knee hurt, my knee. And I thought about Sherry, because the other day she was one of your things came on about the castor oil. I said, all right, before you go to bed, come see me. I make him rub his knees down with castor oil and everything before he go to bed. I think he's overgrowing himself.
So what I love about When it comes to herbs, we like to keep things simple because once things get complicated and it's like, yeah, get this herb, get that herb, then I'm like, no, know what, never mind, because now I'm about to spend $100 on all these herbs. When do I use them? How do I use them? Like, how do I keep up with what I'm doing this for and what I'm, you know, we like simple. Um, the magnesium, we do castor oil and cayenne pepper. You can grow 2 out of 3 of these things, meaning you only should be paying for magnesium chloride flakes, or like we make a magnesium body butter now that you can rub on. But these things are simple. YouTube University teach you everything. But you can grow cayenne, you can grow castor, process your own, make your own medicine, and you can use it on your kids. So instead of them putting your kids on this medicine that make them sit around and be dazed out half the day, and then when they come out of that coma, they running around like chickens with their heads cut off because now they got all this energy that they need to get rid of. You got to balance it out. Magnesium,
Okay.
magnesium. Keep things simple with yourself and only do a little bit at a time so you can figure out what worked. Because if you're doing 5 herbs, which one worked for you?
Right.
Which one is doing? What did I have a allergic reaction to? I don't know. But it's the same thing with you. Gotta with us. We made a conscious. Now you hear Bobby. We made a conscious decision to fight for our life and reclaim our life by making our own everything: food, deodorant, cleaning supplies, everything. This is how you beat the system and stay out of the doctor's office, by making your own. A lot of people say, I don't have time because I work. If I still worked at that hospital 12 hours a day, I would still have time to make our products. Because is it more important for me to just say I don't have time, or is my life more important to say I got time? I'm gonna find when I can do this. I'm gonna figure out that time.
Okay. Almost Homesteaded with Jen, I believe, has a question. She said, "Where's all our magnesium going? I hear our soil is deficient as well."
You just wash it out. This is why you need nutrient dense material. When you can build it up with feeding the plants back to your soil and cow manure and chicken manure. But when you buy stuff from the store, it's just not there. They taint everything because they know in return you're gonna end up at the doctor.
Buddha.
It's just a big system. They all helping each other. If we take this food and mess you up with this food, you're going to always end up at the doctor, which is putting money in their pockets also. And then they're going to send you and tell you, oh, well, don't eat this. Don't eat canned food. Don't eat this, which send you to the fresh food. Well, that's sprayed and played with too. But they never tell you, hey, you ever think about growing your own food? You know how much seeds cost? You can grow it in pots. They never tell you that. They just
Right.
tell you what you should buy from the store.
Right.
They did
Why?
that to me. Yeah. They gave me a list. They was like, "This is what you need." I was
Yeah,
like, "Okay."
yeah, yeah. When my doctor tell me things, like my doctor told me that my vitamin D was low, and I said, "Oh," she said, "I'm sending in a prescription." Guess where it's at? Still at Publix,
Hmm.
because I ain't
Well,
going to. My vitamin D is out here. I'm
it's
just
good.
coming out of winter where I wasn't outside much. So now, I can wear these sleeveless dresses and walk my yard and get my vitamin D. Every
Right.
day I need to do this instead of swallow a pill.
Right.
Out of 100 doctors, only one actually really care about you.
Yeah, I love my doctor. I when I decided to take myself off my blood, I was on 3 different blood pressure medicines for a little bit over 20 years, and I was maxed out to the point where they would say, "You gotta stop eating salt. You gotta stop doing this. You gotta exercise. You need to lose weight." I lost weight. I was down to 180 pounds one time, and my blood pressure was still stroke level. Why am I this small and I still got high blood pressure?
Mm.
Well, I ended up on all these meds, so it's been about 20 years now. And one day, after Bobby and I started making our own everything, because you can make anything at home, um, I decided one morning I woke up, I said, I ain't taking this medicine. None of it. I ain't taking none of this medicine. I put the blood pressure medicine on the counter, on the shelf, and I walked away. I went in the kitchen. I drank a little bit of beet juice, about 2 ounces, which I don't like at all. I took my cayenne pepper. I sprayed myself with magnesium. At night, I dropped castor oil in my navel, and that is it. I did that for about 3 weeks before I went to the doctor. And when she took my blood pressure, and I hadn't had any medicine, no pain medicine, no nothing, muscle relaxers, no pills at all. When I went to the doctor, I had lost weight for one thing, and my blood pressure was perfect. And she said, "Oh, I'm gonna back you down off some of your medicine because your blood pressure is good, but I can knock you back a little bit." And I said, "I don't even take that medicine." She said, "Well, when was the last time you took your medicine?" I said, I looked at my phone. I said, 22 days ago. She said, "But don't take your medicine. I'm going to discontinue all your medicine." She said, "But I want you to pay attention to yourself. Check your blood pressure. If it started creeping up, let me know." She said, "But tell me." Now, my doctor watched me on Facebook. She always sending the stars and order and stuff. She said, "What did you do? After all these years, what did you finally do to get your blood pressure under control?" And I told her, I said, "I started making things at home. We still use sugar. We still use salt. But we make things at home. We grow it. We make it. On down to our soap, moisturizers for our body. If we can grow it, we can make it." And that's what I did. She said, "Okay." I said, "I do take cayenne. I do my magnesium, which can help with your blood pressure tremendously. And I drink a little bit of beet juice. And my blood pressure is perfect."
Okay, well, congratulations to Miss Netta. We had my Renaissance grandma up here, and she said she just uses simple lemons just as deodorant.
Yep.
And Miss Netta tried it, and she said it actually did work.
Yeah, it do work. We squeeze our lemon. Some people, we see a lot of people, they just slice it and rub it under their arm. But I just squeeze our lemon every week. I'll squeeze a lemon or two, and I put it in a little spray bottle, and I just spray it. We spray it on ourselves. To me, it's just easier because when Bobby up at 4 o'clock and headed out the door, we ain't cutting up no lemons. So, but he got that bottle there. He can just spray it on and go.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I'm gonna try it. I gotta catch some lemons on sale.
You gotta keep growing your lemons, Miss P. You gotta keep growing them lemons.
Yeah, they're out there in the sun as we speak. Let me see. So we did have some people in the comment section. Thank you to almost 60 people up in here. Some people went over to your channel and sub. So what would they expect coming to your channel? What would they get to see?
Some of everything. Our channel, we basically subtitle it Homestead, Adventures in Homesteading. Again, we are in a neighborhood. We have neighbors. We grow over 300 plants here. On majority of our 1 acre, we raise our own animals. So you'll see a bit of everything. You'll see the garden. You'll see the animals. A lot of homemade things because we got to get back to these old simple ways. We like to keep things simple because back in the days, think about it, life was simple. Even just watching movies and different shows, you saw how simple things were and people were healthy. Nobody back in the days was ordering plant-based milk. I don't have anything against plant-based. Even I think the food is delicious, but when people say, "Oh, my kids are allergic to grass or allergic to peanuts, or they can't drink milk or they can't do this," the milkman would drop off a few quarts of milk on your porch and go on about his business.
That's it.
You weren't telling the milkman that
You have regulations and restrictions.
drop me off. Yeah, drop me off some soy milk or silk milk or whatever it is, almond milk. No, he was giving you milk. The thing is, today they change the formula of everything and it make it bad for you. If you go back to these simple, hook up with a local farmer so you can get real honey, real milk, real food. Your kids, all of us, our meats. I said the other day, y'all stop eating that meat because the meat is played with. The meat is what's stressing you out. If you go through your day and you just stressed out, you stressed out because the car in front of you don't know how to drive it. Think about what you eat. Our meat is stressed out and it's stressing us out.
Yes.
So we got to find a new way to do things. Raise your own, grow your own. Of course, there is plant based. Bobby ain't gonna eat plants, so we had to grow our own meat.
Okay.
And like most people want to say, oh, that's nice, fresh and red looking. And believe it or not, if it's red looking, it ain't right.
It ain't right.
It
It
should
ain't
be
right.
looking purplish, brownish.
I
Then you
mean,
know you got the good meat.
come on.
Mm.
I don't know. You definitely got to do your research. The system don't play fair with us. I was reading a book. It's called "You're Not Sick, You Thirsty," or
Right.
something. Meaning they'll prescribe you with all these pills because you have migraines instead of saying you may be dehydrated.
Mhm.
you know, you need more water and how to drink water. Like we tell people all the time when we go live, Bobby and I sit out here and we tell them, people say, I can't use salt. You need sodium. You can't live without. Yeah, they'll tell you, cut the salt out. You need it. You need sodium. And this is what help you not be dehydrated, not have these migraines, high blood pressure, diabetes, lose weight. It's the intake of um, broke farmer. It's the intake of the water. How you taking in your water, not just drinking water. You need. We use Celtic salt. We probably use Celtic salt 6, 7 times a day. Every time we drink a cup of water, we put a crystal of salt on our tongue, let it dissolve, and then we drink our water because the Celtic salt help the water get to the cells.
Hmm.
Just drinking water ain't gonna do it.
Okay.
And I believe there's a difference in the salts because Celtic salt is supposed to be natural, but
Yes,
this salt that they sell us in the store, this iodine salt,
throw it away. Throw it
that's what
away.
you need to get rid of.
Don't ever use. I would never. Now I used it for a long time. I
Hmm.
would never. The only thing I use that salt for is to put on a slug or a smell on the porch, or if I'm
Wow.
making Ziploc ice cream, I will pour it in the bag because it's not going to touch my food. I'm just keeping my ice cold.
Or
Other
if
than
you're
that,
in the north,
throw it away.
no.
I wouldn't even give it to my animals. Throw it away. The best salt you can use is Redmond's real salt and
Yes.
Celtic salt. Those are the only two we use. Like I said, we use Celtic salt or Celtic salt. We use it 7, 8 times a day, and it's just one little crystal. You put it on your tongue, it helps that water absorb in your cells. Versus just drinking a gallon. I drink a gallon of water every day. It's still defeating the purpose because you don't have that sodium to get through your system.
Well, thank
So
you,
you
Jay.
need.
Thank you, Black's Tropical. Tempest Creek said, I need to know what you're doing, Miss Sherry. I want to get off my blood pressure medicine ASAP.
So the first thing I did was change my lifestyle. Period. By making my own food. Like I said, if we want something, um, we gonna make it. Not to say that we don't go out to eat, have a drink, have dinner. We do, but for the most part, 75% of our life is homemade, homegrown food. On down to Bobby loves sodas. I'm the type of wife that I'm gonna give my husband what he want and what he deserves. He loves sodas. I ain't gonna go to Food Line and buy those 4 6 packs for $10, even though it's a great price. I get 4 6 packs for $10, and I did it for a long time because it was convenient. Well, I had to stop because I want my husband to live a healthy, long life. So let me make his soda. So the first thing we did was make majority of our stuff homemade. We cut out everything, washing powder. We make cleaning supplies. We make our own personal care hygiene products and keep things simple. And then I went on to finding. I'm not big on. We grow a lot of herbs, but I ain't buying a lot of herbs. I mean, I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna buy because I will buy herbs just to have in my apothecary. But we don't use them. I don't even go in that apothecary Our main herbs are cayenne pepper, beets or beet juice. I got beets growing in the garden now. I'm gonna freeze dry them and powder them. Magnesium, because you need magnesium. We use magnesium chloride and castor oil. These are the only things that we do now. Come out and get this vitamin D. All these things have helped tremendously with my blood pressure. Again, 75% change we made. Even if you say, I'm going to stop eating bread from the grocery store and make my own bread, that's change in itself, and it'll help you, and it'll encourage you to do more as time go on. You might feel like, ooh, I'll make this bread and that's going to be it. Now, bread shouldn't last you um, a month. It shouldn't sit on your table and never mold or never change. Bread should only last you 3 days. I make bread every 3 days because I want Bobby to have fresh bread.
Aww.
So you got to think about the chemicals and preservatives they put in this food.
Yes.
To preserve the food to sit on the counter forever. And then when you put it in your stomach, what is it doing? This is why people pop up with, oh, they got stage 4 colon cancer. What? That food is preserving, this sickness is preserving all these bugs and diseases that you got brewing in here. So you got to change that and turn that around again. You can come back from anything, but it's, you got to change the way, you got to change your mindset first, because most people be like, I ain't baking no bread. I ain't got no bread machine, or I don't even have a stand mixer. I don't even know how to work a bread machine, and I don't care to know. I want to know how to knead that bread and make my bread. That's what I want to do. So you definitely got to change, to come off that medicine. You have to look at everything different, on down to the soap you use, or.
So I appreciate all this knowledge. Everybody in the comments, the chat is flowing. So you have an acre of land where you have all these plants. What do you do with all? Like, do you use them all? Do you give them away? Some of it's like edible. Some of it you use for like they said, the lemons for deodorant. And what do you do with all these fruits and veggies you got over there?
We use them. Now we do give when our friends or family are sick or somebody going through something. This is why we do this. It's not just for Bobby and I, but we gonna try to keep our people well. When I say our people, like, we got a reach now of 12 million. So this is why we always live talking about these, because things can be so simple, but God didn't give us this space and these items to just keep for ourselves. But if it can benefit somebody, we here for it.
Okay, we got almost 70 people in here. Thank you so much. Let's see, that's why I have my family do detoxes once or twice a month. Why are people waiting till 50? That's insane to me, says Lady Dagger Status. Okay.
Yeah.
So another question I have, so you make, on your channel, you make a lot of things from scratch. Like, what is the shelf life on most of these items? Like you said, you make the bread about every 3 days, and I see you make the sodas and everything for Bobby.
So sodas can last about 3 weeks. Bobby don't let them last 3 weeks. But they can last about 3 weeks. When I make things like Snickers or Reese's Cup, I make like 2-3 dozens at a time so I can freeze them.
Okay.
That way I don't have to make those all the time. But when I make things like cookies or crackers or something, they might last 5 days. Cereal, I normally don't make cereal unless I know Bobby gonna eat it the next day or even the same day. But it's not something that I make to last us for a month. I know that he gonna eat this cereal in the next day or so.
Okay, I'm telling you, if y'all want to know how to make Frosted Flakes or whatnot, go holler at Black's Tropical, okay?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch
is not long, and you don't want it to be long. We don't use preservatives. The only thing sometimes I'll use my kombucha brine to preserve something like mayonnaise. I want my mayonnaise to go bad in 30 days. So I'll put a little bit of my kombucha brine in it, and it'll last about 3 months.
Now that
Yeah,
one's good to know for sure.
I went to the hospital
Hmm.
with chest pains and my potassium was extremely low. And here they go with meds, meds, meds. Yeah, with my arthritis, like I haven't stopped. I still have bad eating habits, but it's not as bad, especially after hanging out with you guys. Oh yeah.
Oh, we can eat now. We can eat messy now. Like Soil Family Expo weekend, we ate messy probably for about a whole week because we had people here for a week. But like I have severe arthritis in my back and hip from where I broke my hip. Just dropping the castor oil in my navel. You gotta remember, your navel is your lifeline. You were connected to your mom through your navel. That is where you have the most cells, the thinnest part of your skin. So all of your nutrients can be, I mean, you can get a lot done through your navel. So just dropping castor oil in your navel alone at bedtime, this is the only time we drop our castor oil. 3 to 5 drops in our navel. I've been pain free ever since I did that. And I lived for 11 years with an achy, hurting back. But I just went on with life because complaining was going to get me well. So the castor oil alone helped with the inflammation and other things. People have fibroids, thyroid issues, um, bone spurs. I mean, castor oil is amazing. Again, it's a plant. So, and God put it here for us. He gave us everything we need to heal or to be well and live. We just got to use it. But then I do take cayenne also. That helped with my inflammation too.
Okay.
Hmm.
Let's see. I want to
And
make some.
it does take time, a lot of people think, well, when I say that I put castor oil in my navel, went to bed hurt, and I woke up the next day and I wasn't in pain. It don't work that way for everybody, but sometimes it worked faster. Like even my mother-in-law was having some issues, and we put the castor oil packs on her feet for her circulation. She went from not being able to move her toes in forever. She has not been able to move her toes in forever. Once
Hmm.
we put that castor oil pack and cayenne on the bottom of her foot, she said a few hours later, my toes, she said I could move all my toes and I couldn't believe it.
I almost make.
So
Jan wants to know, are your video? You have a actual video on how to make the soda?
I do. I do have a few videos on how to make soda. You can make any kind of soda, it just depends on what you want. Like I think pineapple hibiscus is maybe our hottest soda out here today, but I feel like pineapple go good with anything. Hibiscus is good for your high blood pressure. The tea is amazing. Bobby love it. I love pineapple, so it was a good combination. But if you want mango or peach, apple, it's so many flavors you can play with. Strawberry kiwi we've done, just strawberry or just plain ginger ale. When your kids are sick, Canada Dry. I said forever. I said my mama lied to me all my life. Canada Dry or swipes or whatever.
Yeah, Schweppes.
That stuff at the store.
Whoops.
It just felt good that my mom gave me this ginger ale because it ain't do nothing for me. It couldn't have. It's just chemicals, preservatives, artificial flavoring. But it tastes good. It felt good going down because of the fizz. But in real life, ain't no ginger there. So what cured me? My mama's love.
Yeah.
She just
Oh,
made me believe that it was the ginger ale and Campbell's chicken noodle soup and crackers.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when you get sick, eat some chicken noodle soup. You'll be well tomorrow.
Yep. So we just got to do better, and it do take a little
Well,
time. We can do it.
a lot of this stuff has extended from the fact that our parents and foreparents gave us all this stuff, but we kind of drifted away due to the fact that uh,
Convenience.
the people above make sure that the lower class, middle class constantly work and stay out of the home. So obviously, what you're going to do? You're going to buy what's available.
What's
This,
fast, and that's why I said they all work together. They raised the price of everything. Now my rent is high, my car note is high, gas is high, the upkeep of this car, food is high. So what that make? Most people got to work 2, 3 jobs. Even if it's a 2-person home, you got to work. Both of y'all working 2 jobs, and who got time to cook? Well, who taking care of the kids or raising themselves? You got You got to take your life back. They
Right.
condition us to feel like we got to do this. So if I make you work all the time, you ain't got time to cook. You're going to go to the store and get this food. It's going to make all y'all sick. Your kids are out of control. We ain't going to tell you, just use some magnesium on it. It'll help calm them down, get all y'all levels right. But no, when you come to the doctor, I'm going to load you down with blood pressure, cholesterol, and all these other pills. If you come up with cancer, we're going to treat you with this, what's going to make you sick, even though I gave you 3 months to live. 2 months and 3 weeks out of that, you're going to be somewhere half dead anyway, versus, no, let me take control of my life and do this myself.
See, it's Sunshine is saying, why is Bobby sitting in the back like Ike Turner?
I just came up here and I'm sitting, we usually sit a different way when we both up here, but, and Bobby back there sucking up the fan. It's hot.
Yeah, he enjoying the fan.
Yeah, it's hot.
I love Sherry's mindset. Says Cropper. What's up, J3? I mean GJ3. Great. You know,
Grateful.
I chop that all up. More money that you get, then the more money you're gonna have to pay. History is saying so.
Right.
I think it's.
So they don't have time, but sit and drive through for 45 minutes.
Right.
That 45 minutes you could have started something. You could have made bread in that 45 minutes. You know.
For 45 minutes, you can make a whole family meal in 45 minutes.
Yeah, and a lot of people, they say, you know, they don't bring their kids out because they done told them that they're allergic to everything. I remember when we were younger, and one of our neighborhood moms would take us out on a picnic, and we didn't come with allergy cards. You know, we all ate peanut butter and jelly. We all sat in that grass or rolled around and played in that grass. Then all of a sudden, everybody allergic to, they can't eat gluten. A couple weeks ago, I was like, let me see what this gluten-free stuff is, because I don't even understand. Like, what is that? And when did that come about?
Okay. Well, I don't know.
Well, you got to also
nowhere for me.
You also got to realize, Sherry, back when we were kids, we were outside. We were enjoying life. We were in the fresh air. We were out playing baseball, kick a ball, do some everything, just running in the dirt. 90 to late 90s till now. They got the computers to keep the kids busy. Everybody stay in the house. Yeah, you're allergic because you ain't never been out there to get dirt in your system.
Yeah. I mean, and they do use pesticides and chemicals that mess with you, but that's what it is. It's not the actual grass. Like I tell people, they say, oh, you're going to give your husband diabetes with that sugar. That's impossible. That's impossible. Okay. But okay, if that's what you want to continue to think that. But that's impossible. You know, if you think drinking a diet soda is better than just drinking a soda, if I'm going to buy us a soda, it ain't going to be a diet Coke. I'm going to buy us a Coke and we're going to drink it. Because what's in that diet Coke? Well, it ain't no sugar or zero. What is it called? Zero sugar or something. Why is it
zero? Coke Zero.
Coke Zero. Why is it sweet?
It's sweeter than the regular soda. It's sweeter than the regular soda.
The chemicals are worse than a regular soda. So, you know, when you take control of things, it do a lot for you. Not only financially, mentally, physically, but, you know, it's your whole world. And this has become our whole world. I feel like like I said, we can beat anything except death. When that day comes, it's just going to come. But while we're here, we got to save ourselves and do the best we can. We saw a friend live to 108. She lived off the land. She didn't start eating potato chips and hamburgers and stuff from the store, ice cream, until she was 104. At that point, I felt like let her eat anything she wants. She deserved it.
True.
But, you know, she lived a long time with a great diet, growing her herbs on it. I mean, you can go to her island now, and these herbs are wild out there on the land. So we just got to do better and don't give them the power to keep controlling your life, because people think government assistance is food stamps and a TANF check. No, government assistance is what we under now. the food you buy from the store, them making you work your behind off so you don't have time for your family and don't have time to, Bobby and I live a whole different lifestyle because we chose to take control of our life. I am the happy homesteading housewife. I do punch a clock. First for God and then for my husband. Every single day. I get up, I punch a clock. I got certain things to do. I got work to do. My husband go to work. This is how they lived back in the days, and it worked. He went to work, came home, and took care of every bill. I don't know what these bills look like, and I served my husband. He know what the inside of the refrigerator look like because he stay in it, looking and getting sodas or whatever he want. But when it come to dinner, the only time Bobby gonna cook is when Bobby say, I want to cook. Stay out my way. Okay. Like when he cooked that okra the other night, I stayed out his way. Other than that, that's my job. Washing clothes, folding them up, putting them up, that's my job. So if we go back to these simple ways in life, I ain't stressed out because I don't have to deal with these crazy people that's out here eating everything and stressed out in the world, working. If I can listen to some man or somebody tell me what to do on a job, why can't I come home and listen to my husband say, hey, your job is to cook, clean, and take care of this house? I'd rather punch his clock.
Oh, man. Oh,
I'm all
Lord.
right.
Carol, the girl manager, wants to buy some of your quail eggs.
Sherry. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that, Bobby. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Do you sell your quail eggs?
So we don't sell quail eggs. We don't sell quail eggs.
Oh, and then Sunshine wants to know, do you have a link for your book?
So we are working on that. Our website should be open soon. We are working on getting our book will be out in about 2 weeks. So we are just getting ready to head to the printer and get things printed out. But it'll be available soon. Our book will be available on Amazon, Walmart, Target, Barnes and Noble, and through our website and our publisher, of course.
All right.
Congratulations on that. What else? You're right, Jason. The only time I was in the house was I was being punished. You had to be punished to stay in the house back in the day. Otherwise, you was outside.
Right.
Outside. Boy, you came in that house. You know how you let your dog out and you come in the house smelling like outside and you like, oh, you stink. That's how we used to smell. We would be out there 90 degrees playing all over the neighborhood.
And the sun didn't bother us either back then when we were young. We were outside enjoying life.
Yep, eating. We had a blackberry patch when I was little, and we used to eat pick blackberries and eat them. You don't see that anymore.
Right.
You don't see that anymore, but we can get back to it. It does take more than just a handful of people to get back to it, but you have to. When you're raising smaller kids, take them outside and let them know it's okay. We love Justin Rhodes kids, just for example. Those kids walk around barefoot. I saw the baby watering the compost pile yesterday with his diaper on.
Yeah.
No shoes, no shirt, no nothing. Just the diaper on. That's how kids should be. Come outside and play. Get your feet dirty, get your hands dirty. You got a washing machine. At least you got water in the sink. If you ain't got a washing machine, hand wash them clothes, hang them outside. Because that's where your stuff is being. We need clotheslines. I miss that from back in the days.
Yes. I don't miss the washing though, because my grandmother used to make me get on that scrub board too.
Yeah, hand wash those clothes.
Yeah.
But that's how you disinfect, your clothes. You hang them outside and let the sun handle it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pour Gain in it because it smells good or whatever. But disinfectant, you put them on the line and let the sun handle it.
Right.
Jalapeno honey. I like them orange, yellow tomatoes. Okay.
I'm glad to see that because we growing a white tomato and a yellow. That's an orange tomato.
A white tomato?
Yeah, it's called Great White. So I'm kind of excited to see what those varieties taste like.
Okay.
I know pescatarians said kids don't know what a clothesline is.
Now let's say getting beat with it.
I seen Sammy Joe over there. She put her clothes out there in Nova Scotia. I seen her do it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and that's the thing. Like, if you look and see what these other countries are doing, they a lot of them are doing things right, and they're not sick, they're not obese, they're not stressed out and violent because they doing things right. The food system is much better.
Mm.
The United States just allow
That's
things,
it.
and they don't have to put certain things on the label. That's why I say when you see these organic labels, what is organic to them? Does that mean that this crop wasn't sprayed 30 days before it was harvest, or this crop can go up to 10 days before harvest and we can call it organic? To us, organic is no chemicals,
Right.
period. But what does organic mean
But
to the government or to them? They don't
but
have to
as
put
they
everything on the label.
as they say now, they can use a percentage of chemicals and it's still organic.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep. So
your mama girl said that those planes land in your yard.
look, it sounded like it. I was watching them. David Corey, I hope you had clothes on when you built that clothesline the other day.
Wow. Oh, walk barefoot before. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure we still got like 65 people in here. Hey, girl, Dad, how you doing?
Organic is not organic. Yeah.
And when I got in trouble
Uh,
in town, my parents would punish
cutting
me by
grass
making
in
me
my
stay in the
son's
house. Okay.
uh yeah, a ledge farmer. Yeah. Kids got out work and everything. My kids tease me all the time. Daddy, you was working when you was 4 years old. Yes, I was.
You're supposed to. When you watch people like Justin and the Fit Farmer and all of them, and they have babies, they carry their babies with them.
That's it.
You know, they don't carry their babies on them just in the grocery store. They carry them around the farm. What I love about Justin Rhodes is, like I was saying about my mom and Bobby's mom, they taught us without teaching us. They didn't say, "Hey, come on and do." He take those boys out there and show them and teach them what they supposed to do. Now the boys are pretty much, they know what they doing. They sit and talk about what they gonna do today. They go get it done. Lily,
Mhm.
which is their little girl, she in the house with mom. Why? Because she learning how to be a young lady. She
Right.
serving. She making things from scratch, taught by mom, and she's serving the men in her life, which will make her an excellent wife. She won't grow up with this, "If I cook, you gonna wash the dishes" attitude. No, you gonna eat, and I'm still gonna wash the dishes. I'm gonna cook and I'm gonna wash the dishes. So this is how our kids should be raised, in my opinion. It's a to each his own world, but these kids will grow up and won't know no better. So
Yeah.
when people tell Lily that she shouldn't be cooking or shouldn't be, to her it's gonna be like, what? Or when they
Mhm.
tell these boys, your wife should be out here moving this cattle around. What? No. This is how life should be. You should be teaching your kids from birth, meaning tote them around and just let them feel it. And now you can see, like little Henry at a certain age, he out there working. Even when we spent the whole summer with them, and this is how they live.
Right.
It's not just what you see on YouTube. We were taking a lunch break. Everybody was eating and sitting back talking, and the baby was working.
Okay. She is Sunshine has a random question. If I planted seeds of a plant that isn't organic in organic soil, would it be considered organic, or would it take more generations to be considered organic?
Hmm.
So the thing is, did you build that organic soil, or did the bag say organic? Because
Organic.
there again, nothing is created equal. Labels definitely ain't created equal. And so it's what is organic, for real.
You never know anything is really organic unless you make it yourself. Now, plain and simple.
Yeah. So
That's
you
that's
like Bobby built he built raised beds about almost 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And he built that soil, a whole lot of rabbit and chicken poop. I
yes.
think we put straw in there and but over the years he worked with that soil. That bed grow the best food ever. The best food ever. Can I say it's organic? Well, we know that we didn't go buy bags of soil that said organic, you know.
Welcome in, Blue Lotus, Tori's Brain, everybody in the bushes. Almost at 70 people in here. So people who are in the bushes, welcome in. Thank you, G Mama, for dropping Black's Tropicals link. Yeah.
As you say, you don't know whether it's organic or not, but that's one of the good things about having animals. You know what you feed the animal, and the
Yeah.
animal is producing back for you, and you add it to your soil. You know exactly what you got, what you're eating.
Yeah. A lot of people frown when we say rabbit is our main source of meat. And, I got to the point where I would tell them, especially like on Facebook, you should frown at what you purchase from the store. That's what you should be afraid of because that meat doesn't look like real meat. Even though you think that ham came from a pig and it was pink. No, and that's not how it's supposed to be. But you think it's cruel for us to raise our animals as humane as we can. We put them down and we feed our family. That is the best meat you will ever get is raising your own. Or, like I said, you can support a local farm because everybody can't do this.
Right.
But we treat our animals great, even though, yeah, one day they go to freezer camp. Think about how they treat, think about a chicken house. We
Yeah.
talking, what is it, babe? 40,000 chickens
Thousands.
per one little hut, and then some of them are diseased, they falling dead, eating each other. I mean, come on, we talking nasty chicken houses, and people will be like, "Oh, I can't believe you eating that. I can't believe you eating the chicken you eat." But I ain't here to judge nobody.
Hey, and you can't. Now I'm in Georgia, and there's a lot of chicken places around here. You can't trust them chickens either.
Yeah, yep.
Uh,
We've raised our own chicken. At first, we are city kids, and I was like, I don't know about that. But after Bobby rotisserie that first chicken, I was like, okay, we need to order some more chickens because this is nice.
hey,
Netta's Nest wants to know, did she freezer camp? Do you understand what that's saying?
did she freezer camp mean they go to the freezer?
Yeah, yeah, we process
That
them
mean
out.
they're feeding the family now.
Yep. So, and just gotta be an adult about things and think about it. If you eat, especially if you eat meat, just because you feel like you can't process it or do this yourself, what if? What if? Because things don't look too pretty in the world today. What if it came a point? They already told us one time in life that we can all remember. You gonna stay home, and you gonna come out when I tell you to come out. And then when you go in the store, you can only get limited of such and such or nothing at all. Well, what if the next thing come down the pike is worse? And they get to the point where they say, you ain't got no store to go to because we're going to close them all down and you're going to stay home. What you going to do? If you can't just eat plants right now, what make you think you're going to only be able to eat plants then?
You better have something in your backyard.
So you got to get these skills now and have a better mindset of things because it helped a lot. Like my mind wasn't there. I was like, Bobby can do that. I just go to Sam's. But I got a better mindset now.
Fresh
Right.
and Fire said, I didn't want to try eating rabbit until now. Hearing Sherry talk about it, my greedy alert was triggered.
My
At
my
first, with the rabbits, uh, yeah, I was terrified. Like I can't process rabbits still. Well, I ain't gonna say I can't. I don't. I take care of the rabbits. Bobby process them. I couldn't even cook them. I ain't even want to see them in the kitchen. Bobby cooked rabbit the first time. He smothered them in gravy. He is a Southern boy that can cook. Um, Gravy and rice, smothered rabbit. And I was like, oh man, it smelled so good. And I said, it even looked good, but can I eat that for real? And my only thing was I couldn't pick it up like a piece of chicken and bite it, but I could cut the meat off. And man, we do have a video out. By the time at the end of that video, my plate was clean. Like there wasn't no gravy on there, no rice, no
Right.
nothing. But it was so good. But I know where our meat came from, and that meat, they feed you stressed meat. Again, this is why you are stressed out. They feed you this tainted meat, not just the meat, the vegetables, everything that you eat is tainted. Everything that you touch, your lotions, your shampoo. I don't care if it's say organic, diet, fat free, whatever. Why would you want something that's fat free anyway? I mean, why would the system set you up to not consume fat, knowing that you need it? But that's what make you fat. No, it's not. But that's what the system make you think. So you gotta, do your own research and be an adult about things. Keep an open mind because the system got us all messed up.
Okay. Welcome in, Hedgehog Homestead. I don't think I said hello earlier.
Hello to everybody in the chat. How you doing?
Okay.
When it comes to the rabbits and stuff, I remember my grandmother. She tricked us because I learned how to cook from my grandmother and my mother, and we were eating some chicken and gravy over rice and all that stuff. And I said, "Mother, can I have some more chicken?" She, yeah, get some chicken. Next thing you know, when we were finished eating and cleaning up, she said, "How y'all like that rabbit?"
It was good, won't it?
And that's everybody saying rabbit, rabbit. Nobody threw up. Then when I went to Korea, rabbit was that was for lunch. Rabbit, plain rabbit.
Yep.
After that, I come back to the states. I was hunting deer, rabbit, everything was fair
Yeah.
game.
So that to me that is important in I'm gonna say our lifestyle. Like I can't say I couldn't do this by myself because if I was forced I could, but it's much easier to be able to do this with my husband. He is a man. A man's nature is to hunt, not just women, but animals too. Like men hunt deer, men hunt hogs. So when it come down to the processing part, that helped me a lot. It made it a lot easier. But I do a lot of the caring for them. I stay out there with them rabbits and hold them and spoil them. Trust me. Most of the time, when a rabbit get loose or rabbits just run wild, once they run away, you don't see them again. They don't come back and eat your food or whatever, but you don't usually see them. Our rabbits, when they get loose, they go nowhere. They sit there and they want to get back in their house. We had a rabbit get loose yesterday. They sit right, they stay right there. They might roam off a little bit. They hear the dogs barking, but they don't go anywhere. But people say, oh, it's cruel. Well, why when they get free, they don't run away? Since they feel like, since the rabbits are being treated cruel or we keeping them captive, once you are free, you're not going to open the jail doors and I'm going to just hang around like I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be here when you're ready for me to come back in. If I'm free, I'm out. I'm gone. But the rabbits will stay there. The chickens, they don't go anywhere. This is home. They treat it well. They protect it. They eating.
That's it. They
So
know
it's
where
a
home is at.
mindset.
Know where home is at.
It's a mindset.
Blue Lotus said, "Thank you for dropping these gems. She appreciates it. Passionately Intrigued and G Mama's dropping Black's Tropicals link so you guys could check them channel out. It's also in the description of this video if you're catching the replay. Let me see. Up until the 1950s, rabbit was common for dinner as chicken is."
Yeah, Bobby talk about that all the time. He said Roger Rabbit messed that up. When Roger Rabbit hit the scene, was it Roger Rabbit? I think so. That was it. He sleep. That's why Bobby had nothing to say because he was going to sleep.
We're trying to miss any.
Yeah.
And Larry's Farmer said, "I'm moving to Mars so I can start homesteading off the grid." Do you have any specific times that you have a set live stream or a live stream, or are you more pop up?
I don't. We just pop up. It's kind of hard to set a schedule because we got so much going on. So we just pop up.
One thing, Miss Sherry, I have to congratulate you and thank you, and the people in the chat are wonderful today. It's been about an hour and a half, and not one pausable moment.
Broke
Not,
pause. Her
Uh oh, I missed it.
oh,
what was that?
You
uh,
didn't.
broke pause on the big meats.
Oh yeah, because you know broke crazy about his meat, and he gotta have a big piece of meat, which I understand. I just want broke to be selective of where he get his meat from, so he can keep having a big piece of meat. Like broke got property, he can raise his own chickens. We're gonna have to teach him this. Raise your chickens, and then he gonna want to eat the whole chicken.
He got to get a family something now.
Yeah, yeah. You know he gonna give his family something, but he gotta have the big piece of meat. You know, we just gotta be careful. Even with organic, I was telling my neighbor, when organic chicken is like $30,
Mm-hmm.
is it really organic though? Like
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Where did they raise these organic chickens at?
How
They didn't
do
raise.
how do a chicken become organic?
Yeah, like what? Chickens eat anything. I don't understand. Like I don't know. Maybe I don't know. And I guess I just don't try to get a better understanding of it. But the simple things in life, we raise and grow our own as much as we can. Again, we do get out and enjoy life and eat out, have drinks, go on vacations and all this good stuff. But um, you know, you got to go back. We have to go back to the simple ways of life so we can live. Like we exist for a long time. You ain't doing nothing until you living. I feel
Right.
like Bobby and I are living, and we like to share these little simple practices of how you can start to reclaim your life back. And one of them start with water. You know, not just water, but Celtic salt and water, because you need to know that you have to be able to consume water in a right way and not just drink water.
Welcome in RBS. We have about 20 more minutes, so y'all got some more questions while we live. Now is the time. And almost homestead with Janet, who goes live next. Maybe we could pass the mic with 60 plus people.
Today is Wednesday. Oh, okay.
It's hump day.
Okay.
Miss T, what you cooking today? I already started dinner.
Why you do that? Why you do that, Sherry? Why you do that to her?
I was
Because
before
Miss
the
T
live.
gonna start. So what's gonna happen is, so let me tell you, Miss T, I know you be on your little single kick. I'm gonna help you with that because you know I'm your big soil sister. So when you get yourself together, I'm gonna tell Miss T about herself. When you get yourself right, because you don't want God to send you any old man, right? You want somebody that you can sit at home and chill and make bread and bake chickens and all that good stuff. You go out there and pick your little tomatoes and your herbs and make them some
Why my
herbal
trail
food.
got my little tomatoes? Why I got
I'm just saying, my tomatoes little too right now. But once you know, a single life can be a crud, especially when you're younger. But God gonna bless you. He just wants you to get some of these skills down, so that when that man, because man love to eat, you know, that's one way to his heart. You got to be able to feed him. So get some of these skills down, and you'll learn to love it because it's just a lovable lifestyle. You'd be surprised at how God will bless you.
I was thinking that before we started this live. I was like, well, my daughter leaves in about 30 days. She's going to start school early, the little summer program. So, and then on top of that, today she goes to work. So it's just a little on me. I was like, what am I going to eat for dinner? I have no idea.
Yeah, like I got up this morning and my first thing was to, well, of course, I always start my morning regiment with my oil pulling. Well, I always drink water first in the morning. I don't know what these jets doing.
Okay, G Mama, why my tomatoes? Your little tomatoes and stuff.
The little tomatoes. Yeah. Like I got plants everywhere. I know Bobby be like, if she get one more pot, on this porch. But when a lot of people feel like when because you don't have to work. My husband pay all the bills. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. I can choose to do what I want, but I want my home to be happy. So I do have a schedule. So my first thing is, of course, I got to get me right because I got to be able to move throughout the day and do what I need to do. But getting dinner straight is important to me. Like I already know I got a lot of stuff to do today, but dinner, I already got my potatoes on the stove. I'm gonna make meatloaf, so my meat is out. So many different little things.
Pause.
Your
Uh-oh.
meat is out.
I said
Okay.
meatloaf.
No, your meat is out.
My meat is out. I'm a female. I'm a female. I'm a whole woman.
I like you said, I'm a female.
I'm a whole woman. So when I say my meat is out unthawed, my meat is in the sink.
Okay.
Now, if my husband say that, we might have to.
Oh, Lord.
He'll get a triple pause.
We might have to reword that a little bit, but my meat is in the sink.
Thank you. Okay.
So yeah, meaning I got it all under control and I know what I'm doing. That way I can move throughout my day. Then when Bobby come home, we can walk the yard. If we want to ride to Florida to a nursery or two, we got time to do that and still be back home before it get dark. And we got food in the house. See, most of the time when you out moving around doing stuff, you get to the point where it's like I ain't got time to cook. So what you gonna do? You gonna feed it to them people, and you gonna stop and grab you something because it's convenient.
That's it.
Which is gonna help them line big farmer pockets too, which keep it all going. You gotta go to work to be able to, because what? Who is it? Is it Five Guys or Famous Guys?
Five Guys.
Five Guys. It costs about $70, $60 to $70 for me and Bobby to eat at Five Guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's expensive.
It is.
Like, I was saying the other day, we save so much money. Our grocery bill might have went from about $1,000 to $150 a month.
No.
2 people with $1,000?
Yeah. Bobby loved his sweets, and we were buying chips and cookies and cakes and sodas and meat, potato, vegetables. We were purchasing everything. Yeah, Bobby eat a lot of food. Now we might spend about $150. So when we do go out, we don't just feel like we can only, we ain't got that much money. All we can do is stop at Burger King, or we can go to Burger King is because we want to. But when we want to eat out, we can go places like Ruth Chris. We know it's going to cost us a little bit. The food, you got a better quality of food. Take me to Texas de Brazil. I can sit here. They're going to cut this food. I'm going to make sure we're going to avoid that word for the day.
Appreciate it.
Well, I was going to say, you did it so smooth. You said, I'm old. So when I said meat, it's in the sink. Sherry, you ain't that old. You ain't that old.
No, I said I'm a whole WHOLE woman. Try again. I'm a complete woman.
Hey, my phone said, what'd you say?
Yeah, my meat, all meat is not created equal. My ground beef is in the sink.
Okay.
So we ain't saying that, y'all. Nobody say that word today. MEAT is off the charts for the
24 hours. Okay.
Unless you use it as a safe word. What was that? Five Guys 3 days ago. Double cheeseburger for. That's what I'm saying. You don't get a drink of fries or nothing. They give you them greasy fries.
Don't go to the airport and get Five Guys. It's double.
I'm telling you. And Bobby need like a triple, so we in trouble. Okay. Like I might have to eat a little bit of his burger. So, but I think the food is a better quality. And you pay for what you get versus I can go to McDonald's and eat that. What is that? All the food came off somebody's factory line where they made it. And that's what our food is coming to. Wow. But growing and raising your own is fun, is adventurous, and so many things you can do with these foods and different things. Like my Renaissance grandma taught us that we can use our banana blossoms not just for fertilizer for our banana plants, but to bathe ourselves in. And it's amazing. You grow your own turmeric, grow your own honey. You got the basics for making your own soaps. Blue butterfly pea. We can drink it. We can eat it. We can bathe with it. You can't beat that. You grow your own toilet paper, shampoo, soap, medicine, cleaning products.
And
You good to go.
I wish we as a community could come together and depend on each other and get these things done. And we'll be a community, we'll be a system of ourselves, helping each other and prospering.
I'm telling you, it's just like some of the people that I run across on Facebook, and I'm like, man, they get millions of views, and all they doing is fussing and cussing. And
Yeah.
think about what if we were louder, just keep on saying and doing what we doing. Eventually we drown out that drama and that,
That's it.
and we get bigger and bigger. So we just got to keep on. Some people feel like I ain't gonna keep repeating myself. I'm gonna keep repeating myself. We repeat ourselves a lot because if we can help one person every time we repeat ourselves, it's good. You got to look at the fact that you are a content creator and your subscriber count grow every day. I think we got like 8,000 new subscribers in the last 30 days. Why would we not repeat ourselves? Everybody don't go back and watch old videos. Just repeat yourself.
Right.
You may save one life. God will bless you for repeating yourself and helping one person with something. So, but we just got to keep doing what we're doing, keep being positive, and it's gonna grow. It's contagious. I always say smile. People stressed out because they eating stressed out meat, but we don't know what people going through in life. And when you see them in a bad mood or with a frown on their face, just smile. They might laugh at you when they get in the car because they're gonna think that lady must be crazy. But a smile is contagious. Your attitude is contagious. So
Thank you, Jerry.
A smile or a good word can do wonders for people. Yes.
So welcome NCP Family Farming and Stay Hall. She says it's crazy. Even those containers they put our water in can be toxic. And we got 70 people in here. So the last 10 minutes, I'm home alone all day today. So what am I going to eat for dinner? What am I going to No clue.
I don't know, Miss T. I will cook something. You should make your own bread and make some sandwiches, Miss T.
Girl.
Go look in the refrigerator.
Make my own. Okay. What would I need to go to the store to buy to make my own bread?
I text you. You got my number, so you good to go. I text you.
It's all funny things. I tell you to do it at home yourself.
Dog, Miss T, you got their number?
Yeah.
I'm the co-host. I ain't even got their number. I just know where they live. I ain't got their number. Dog, Miss T. Dog.
Can we compare and be petty off screen? Can we do that?
Oh.
You know how many times people, so we get like thousands of comments every day. I mean, private messages, and everybody say, can you call me? Or give me a call and then I can explain it. And I'm like, I can't. And it's crazy because people don't understand. And they'll say, I sent you my number a few weeks ago. I can't call everybody.
True.
I can't. We can't even get to all the comments anymore. But we try our best to get to as many as we can. That's why we were like, it's time for a website because we can't even keep up with the orders anymore. So, but I'm like, can you imagine if I gave everybody our phone number?
Right.
We can't do that. So yeah, Miss T do have my number though. And she gonna make some bread. Miss T, you home alone all day today. You baking bread today? Because I'm baking bread today.
Okay. I guess I'm making bread, y'all. Okay. So you want to see that video?
Miss T making bread. So I think it's important to do things in private sometime. And Miss T might be a little more comfortable if she do it in private first. So we'll make bread together today. And then Miss T gonna make y'all a video. Right, Miss T?
Okay, girl.
Yeah. But see, what's gonna be exciting is she gonna nail it. When she make bread today, she gonna nail it. Just make y'all some sandwiches. I don't know what kind of sandwiches y'all like. Make sure you got what you need to fill your sandwich up. But you can make your own bread.
Like, what did we just walk into? Okay.
If you want a club sandwich, make sure you got your bacon and your turkey or your lettuce and tomato, whatever type of mayonnaise. You got to crawl before you can walk. So we'll make the bread and then we'll work on growing your own tomato and lettuce and onions next. So you already got a pretty good um, vision of what it's like to grow your own. So you should make your own bread. Just think. Then you can come outside and get your own lettuce. You'll be able to get your own tomato and onion. It's gonna be amazing. So
And that's all you need for the sandwich right there: lettuce, tomato, and onions. You don't need no meat.
yep.
Y'all must be having a plane show or something.
I made we had homemade chipotle bowls last night for dinner, and I didn't have lettuce. I don't even have lettuce growing in our garden, but I do have beet lettuce growing in our garden. So I went and popped a couple of those off. I promise you, those things taste better than regular lettuce or romaine lettuce. What are they doing?
They're preparing for an air show somewhere.
Yeah, it's crazy. But the beet lettuce tastes better, or the beet leaves taste better than a normal salad. I was like, man, this was good. Bobby was like, that's what that was? His plate was clean.
That don't sound like the regular plane. That sound like one of them show planes,
Yeah, that's what it
show
is.
jet.
Bobby said they training, but it sounded like he was about to fall out the sky just now.
Okay, Swoop goes live next. Okay, Swoop goes live next, and then Living My Best Life goes live at noon. Oh, okay. I was just trying to see if we got some 11 and 12 o'clock clockers. I join and try to. Oh, they said they want you to go live, make the bread, and we all make bread today.
Well,
Oh,
we can do that. If you, I mean, that's up to you. I want you to be comfortable and not worried, but we can go live today and make bread with Miss T.
we all ain't gonna make no bread. I'm going outside. I got some stuff to do. I
Well,
got some man work to do.
I'm not saying that the men shouldn't know how to make bread, but I think the women should learn how to make bread. So your job is to go outside and get in that garden. That's
Now
what
hold
Bobby
on
do.
now. Now hold on. Now
Bobby come outside and tend to the yard and do, and I'm in the house making bread. So sound about right.
my grandmother down here, I watched her long enough, and her and my granddaddy they went somewhere, and she came back home, and I made biscuits. I made the biscuits that she make, just nothing needed in the hand and all that. And the only thing she said was, "I sure hope you ain't use up all my Crisco." But then when she ate them biscuits, she said, "Oh, they taste like mine." I said, "Who do you think taught me?"
2 ingredients, you got biscuits. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
Miss T, life can be so simple. So simple.
Get it. So by the time I do get a man, God bless me and stuff, I'll already be ready. I'm already
Yep.
ready. Okay.
Miss T, Miss
Yeah.
T, Miss T. Yeah. Gooey, where you at? Gooey, where you at?
Biscuits might be the crawl before you walk. Go to. I saw Miss Patty's Southern Kitchen had the 2 ingredient biscuits.
hmm
I can do that. I got at least 2 ingredients. You know. Well, I do want to thank you again for coming. I know it's getting hot over there.
Yes.
Let's see, tomorrow we're gonna be doing beekeeping talk. And yes, thank everybody for coming in. I gotta try to do this one. I don't know if anything's going on over here. So thank everybody for coming in.
Hold up, Miss T.
Okay. Yes,
Since
sir.
since Bobby waking up now, tell him come on over here and talk to the people.
You're on thing. Bobby
What's
got him
up,
a nap.
I know how it is. I know how it is. The truck drive and all that. Come on over and talk to the people, man.
Yeah, I gotta get up early in the morning, so when I get home, get cool, get comfortable,
It's over.
I just pass out.
It's over.
I understand. I understand.
So I get up. I get up in the morning when he get up and fix his lunch. That's how we roll around here. Because I don't pre-slice my bread, but I go ahead and make him a couple sandwiches. Bobby eat a lot of sandwiches every day. But it's the easiest thing. Rather than he shouldn't have to stop at the store or stop and get snacks or anything. So I just make a bunch of things that I can throw in his bag and he can have for the few hours that he out there. But Bobby's so spoiled. If he stop at a gas station and it say come in to pay, he gonna go to the next gas station. He ain't gonna go in to pay for no food.
I do the same thing.
Yeah,
Because
he like I ain't got no
if
going there.
he got the point. If he go in, I'm gonna buy something else. So it's best to pay outside. Yes.
But see, that's the thing. He don't need to buy nothing. So he ain't even want to go in. He don't want to go in. He'll say, man, the pump was down or something. They ain't taking cards. I went to another one. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
yeah,
guys, I'm to be able to sit out here and watch all your plants that was dormant just a few months ago, growing crazy. It's the best feeling.
yeah, it's a great feeling. It's all right, y'all, because this jet getting on my nerves. But Miss
Okay.
T, I'll text you. I just put the list of things. I think.
Yep.
Did I put it in the chat?
Mm-hmm. I was going to the stove.
Yeah. Okay. I'll text it to you. We can make bread about 5 o'clock. That way, we can have it done at a decent time. If you want to do 4, it's fine. You know, a little earlier is better because we don't cut hot bread anyway. So you want it to cool off before you make sandwiches. So 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Okay, girl. These planes get on my nerves too. So thank everybody for coming.
I'll text you in a few minutes.
Nice seeing you, Bobby.